Hi, it's time today for another fun Friday finds. It's been a couple of weeks, I've been busy, I've been traveling a lot, so I've got a bunch of cool things to talk to you about today. As you know, summertime is a big time for weddings, but did you know that engagements kind of happen all year round? There's a lot in the fall and there's a lot in the winter around the holidays. So I just thought it would be fun to talk about some bride-related gifts, or bride-to-be, basically. All right, so that's what my little post is going to be about, and all the links will be below. So feel free to look at those and click on any of them so you can figure out if it's something that you think the bride in your life would like. So this is one of my favorite presents to give a new bride. And it seems kind of like, what? What is this? This is a little jewelry cleaner, and all you do is you just fill it up with a little bit of water inside this little base, and then you just put any jewelry, any diamond jewelry or things you want to clean all the oils off. You put it in a little basket. You drop it in. You close it up. You plug it in, and then it does an ultrasonic cleaning for about a minute or so. Sometimes I do it for 2. And I do this pretty often. I do this probably once a month with my jewelry. But a lot of times new brides, anytime they get anything on their ring, they want to go ahead and quickly do it. So it's very easy to use, and it's a wonderful present, and any bride will really enjoy it. Okay, that's the first item. So that is called just a little ultrasonic jewelry cleaner, and I'll have it linked below. All right, now the second item is on the similar theme, and this is a little Waterford ring dish, okay? Now Waterford's been around as a crystal for many, many years, and it's a lovely crystal, and it's just a really classy one. I like the round one, although I've also given and received the heart-shaped one as well, but this is probably the most classic, and I just love to put my rings in here at night, and it actually has a little bit of room so you can even put other things in there, like little earrings and things like that. And it's just sparkly and pretty, and it goes with all kinds of decor. So little ring dish, great present, very classy. Okay, and then lots of times when people have their rings on, they want to wear a nail polish that's really naked or nude, so that it looks classy and just shows off the ring. This is one that's really popular called Mademoiselle, and it's very, very long-standing Etsy polish. And I just love it because it's kind of a light pink, almost a nude, and I wear it a lot. So a couple of good ones are this Mademoiselle, and then there's another one called Ballet Slippers that are both really popular shades, and they just look nice and they look crisp and clean, and they certainly show off your ring. Okay, so that's the third item. And then a lot of times what I like to talk about is, when you have a manicure or a pedicure, oh my gosh, you go all the trouble getting a pretty pedicure, and you want it just to stay on as long as it can. So what I actually do is I bring to my pedicure shop this particular nail hardener. They call it a nail hardener, but I use it as a base coat and a top coat, especially for my pedicures. And it's by a company, it's called Dabu, D-A-B-U. And I'll, again, link it below. It wears like iron, so whenever I have a polish on, I just make sure they put this on as the top coat. And a lot of times it's the base coat. And it just really makes it last, especially if you're gonna be in the sand and stuff. So it's a great product for your toes. You can use it on your fingers. I've actually even used it over my gel coat polish. Sometimes when my gel is looking a little bit less shiny near the end of it, I'll put a little bit of that on. But overall, I use it for my over regular polish. Okay, 2 more nail-related and bride-related, pretty hands-related presents, and this is a really practical one. It's called Sally Hansen's Gel Cuticle Remover. Okay, it's a great product, and you're thinking, well, why? Why is she talking about it? If I go for manicures and pedicures, why do I have to get, why do I have to do something else? And the reason is because lots of times, we first get a manicure or pedicure and our nails look shiny and pretty and our cuticles look perfect and blah, blah, blah. But then as time goes on, as the manicure gets a little bit older, then the cuticle tries to kind of, it tries to grow up and gets kind of rough around the edges, and it can catch on your skin and on your clothes. And it can really be annoying, but if you pick at those, then you get these little raw edges, so that's not a great idea. This is a much better solution. You just take a little drop of this, rub it in, I'll leave it on for a couple of minutes, and then you rinse it off, and it magically softens those cuticles, removes them, and then you don't have to do any kind of manipulating. You could trim some of the skin if you needed to, but typically it just kind of melts away with this. And the other thing is I have this in my travel bag, and I like this for my travel bag because, my travel cosmetic case, because have you ever been on a trip where you've had gym shoes on for a long time, or you've had on a new shoe, and you know, you get a little bit of an ingrown toenail, and that's so painful. So rather than dig at it or hurt it in any way, it's really a good idea to use a little dab of this right on the corner. Okay, so and this just melts it away, melts that skin away. Now, I am a dermatologist, retired dermatologist, and so I have to tell you that if you're gonna use any products on your toes, and you have any history of diabetes or circulation problems, you gotta ask them first, okay? All right, so that's it. Oh, one more product. This is kind of fun. Okay, did you know that so often what dermatologists treat are infections, nail infections, warts, things that get transmitted in a salon, unfortunately, because the salons aren't always careful enough with the way they sterilize the tools. That's been shown in lots of studies, unfortunately. So what I am a real fan of doing, actually, and I probably drive my manicures and pedicurists in both California and Chicago crazy, but I don't care. I'm a dermatologist, I know what I'm doing. I actually bring my own tools. Yeah. So this is a whole little set of tools, and it's got the nipper and the file and the clippers and all that stuff. And I bring that, and I bring that, and I also have the disposable tools like this disposable sponge and file. I bring all that to the salon in a little bag and get my nails done that way, because that way I know that it's just my germs that are happening on that. And on that note, if you by chance you've got a one nail that's got some fungus, you've been told it's got some fungus on it, then it's really important. I know this is crazy, but it's really important that you not transfer that to your other nails. So you actually need to have 2 sets. And I tell the people to mark their nail clipper and their files or whatever tools they're using at home, which has already been contaminated with that fungus, with a little bit of nail polish. Put them in a separate Ziploc bag, and then use fresh tools on the unaffected nails, because you can easily transmit those things between each other. Who knew? You're a dermatologist. Oh well. So this is Dr. Julie's Fun Life. I'm a retired dermatologist, and I love to make your life more fun and full. And hopefully today I did that by telling you all about these little bridal presents and presents for a bride-to-be, or for anybody that wants to take care of their nails and their jewelry, but especially for a new bride. Thanks a lot. See you next week.